Your food is either hydrating you or dehydrating you. And if it is dehydrating you, aka there's not a lot of water content in it, like this taro, which is a root, you just pair it with some water-rich food. So this is chayote. You can skin this and eat it raw. It tastes like cucumber almost. Or you can pair it with a tomato, because this is water-rich and it has enzymes, living digestive activated enzymes, not the enzymes in your local drugstore that are inactive and highly processed and heat treated. These enzymes and the water content are going to help this break down, since your body needs structured water, not just drinking water, okay? Because that's not even natural to be having to hydrate with this. None of our ancestors were carrying around portable filters and going to beaches and oceans and rivers and ponds and lakes and filtering water. They hydrated through their foods. The first human imprints are from tropical Africa, where an abundance of fruit was, okay? Fruit is the only food that your body can actually utilize the energy from instantly and not have to use all this digestive energy, which is your physical energy, to process it, okay? When you have a bowl of rice, you don't want to just go on a run right afterwards. You need to sit and let that thing digest, right? But as soon as I eat a papaya or even a cantaloupe or 2 cantaloupes, I have immediate energy, okay? And what these fruits do is they come into your digestive tract and they lubricate all the stagnant waste showing up as belly fat and bloating and gastrointestinal dis-ease, discomfort, and they scrub all of that stuff out, years, if not decades, of that stagnant waste, toxic waste sitting in your system. And they come in and they scrub all this stuff out and lubricate it so it can be eliminated through your bowels and open up those elimination pathways for it to be pooped out, okay? And if you don't eat a lot of fruit and you eat a lot of dry foods, pasta, meat, cheese, bread, rice, things like this, when you eat fruit, you're going to feel that lubrication of that stagnant waste sitting in you as symptoms, as headaches, as migraines, as gastrointestinal dis-ease, bloating, okay? And that's because it's coming in and it's very detoxifying, it's very purifying, it's very cleansing. You want to look at your juicy fruit as internal soap bars, okay? And these are finally scrubbing out this stuff that's been sitting in your intestinal tract for years, if not decades, all right? So give fruit a chance. If you're very sensitive to sweet fruit, go for the non-sweet fruits, the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the celery, the bell peppers, okay? Start eating those on an empty stomach and start pairing every meal that isn't water-rich with those water-rich non-sweet fruits. And have sweet fruit on an empty stomach. Gradually, have more and more every week. Start with a little bit in the morning and gradually up your dose, so you're having a big juicy fruit meal in the morning and that fills you up for 2 to 3 hours at least, all right? Because fruit is meant to be eaten by itself and not with anything else, okay? If you think about some nut butter, some nuts going down your system, and then the fruit, the juicy fruit, has to make its way through this thick, dense nuts, all right? And it's gonna create a fermentation ball in your stomach, causing gas and bloating. And it's not gonna feel good, all right? So juicy fruit on an empty stomach. I love to prioritize my juicy fruit for the first half of my day. And then if I want something cooked, I'll have something cooked. And of course, I'll pair it with some non-sweet fruits, all right? So this is your sign today to load up on fruit. If you're stocked up on it, you will want it. You're not gonna want the fruit until you just put it in, until you cut it open and just put it in your mouth, okay? Even to this day, I'm 6 years in eating a high fruit diet, and sometimes I don't crave fruit, but until I just get it, that's one thing. You have it all here, so it's hard to validate going to get some takeout or some other food. And then once I put it in my mouth, I'm like, oh, instantly in love again, and I want to just keep going, all right? Because our nervous systems aren't familiar with fruit. We've always been taught to just eat it as a side, eat it as a snack. So you're retraining your nervous system every time you eat fruit to just like, it brings it back to remembering how good it feels. All right, so this is your sign. Go get some juicy fruit today. Take advantage of importation if you're in cold climates, and go to your Asian grocery stores, go to your regular grocery stores, and get all that tropical food, all right? Because if it wasn't for the tropics, you wouldn't be able to eat produce where you're at if it's cold right now. So really take advantage of importation and grab all the good juicy fruits you can. Happy healing, family. Cheers.